The Ibrahim, peace be upon him. Ibrahim, peace be upon him. Those who call themselves Jews right now, those who call themselves Christian, they will not agree. They will disagree. This is their problem. Let's talk about the so-called Zionist. Now, this is a satanic project, so-called Zionist. They don't care about the opinion of Ibrahim, peace be upon him. They literally don't care. I hope this won't fall. They don't care. They don't care about the opinion of Ibrahim, peace be upon him. No, they don't. They say the Abrahamic project, Abrahamic faith, it's all part of the satanic project so that they would legitimize establishing this so-called Israeli state. That's just in the beginning. I'm explaining because it's just a personal case. And at the end, I'm a Muslim. So if I say anything, and I always say the truth, don't be angry with Islam, Muhammad, Quran, no, because of me. Do something rotten. No. If you have, I'm explaining because I have a personal case, and I was provoked to explain it this way. Maybe, so the problem may be in my way, but I'm saying the truth. Okay. I need to walk with it. They don't care about Ibrahim, peace be upon him. Do they care about Ibrahim, peace be upon him? No, they don't. They don't. Some might. Some. Those who are considered in even a lower level. Those who are in lower level, with the common, they might care about, literally about Ibrahim, but they will never, or they won't be convinced with the truth I'm explaining. Ibrahim, peace be upon him, before he died, he knows that there will be a so-called Israeli state established in the end times. You might find this strange. And Ibrahim, peace be upon him, when we talk about nowadays so-called Jews, he hates their guts. He hates them. You see, I understand. It's not easy for you to see. If Ibrahim is there, he would say, out, out. He will say himself. God explained his word to Ibrahim. And he explained things. And he did his job. These people, even if they see this truth and they recognize this truth and they understand this truth, so many at the high levels wouldn't give a fuck. It's a devil project. They don't care, even if Ibrahim. It's in the Talmud written, because of many things, and I have explained about it, that the word of Moses comes second degrees to what the Gohem Chachams saying. Do you understand? Ibrahim, with the so-called Christian, he himself knew that the Messiah will be. Like prophesied since Moses, since Israel, peace be upon him, since Daniel. And he understands that this Messiah, after him, there will be a so-called Christian crusaders in relation to a satanic Romanian cult, mixed and combined with the false understanding of the Messiah. He knows since that time. Now, and he's in the part of existence that he is. At the time of Muhammad, he was involved with the messengers. He was involved. He had a big problem with the so-called Ibrahim himself, the Messiah himself, with the so-called Christian, with their cross, occupying the Holy Land. They can't. For them, Muhammad is someone who was in a cave and just messed around and killed and raped, whatever. And those people who are a little bit reasonable, atheist, Muhammad is a social fixer. He fixed the society there. He made something from rubbish. That's it. End of the story. And so many, why he came to the Holy Land. This world is not any, through time, Satan is working, but the rubbish we're dealing with right now is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wallah, unbelievable. At the time of Muhammad, Ibrahim, peace be upon him, have an issue with the so-called Christians because he was involved more in dunya. He's in a higher existence, higher level of existence. Not a Qareen, not... His Qareen is revolved in him because he's a messenger. And they say it's a Abrahamic faith. It's a personal case, Abrahamic faith. In UAE, while you're making my own sister a model, this is the Abrahamic revolution. Peace be upon him. He's your big enemy. These occupying the Holy Land. Now, regardless if they are Israelis or not, and definitely they are not Israelis. Definitely. So it doesn't make any change. You shouldn't occupy and steal other people's land. The Palestinian, who among them the real Israelis, and the majority of them are not native Middle Eastern. And so many among them Samis. Native Middle Eastern. Not like the so-called Israelis who are occupying. The majority of them got nothing to do with Middle East. Nothing to do with Middle East. And few of them are Samis, but definitely not Israelis, not descended from Israel. This is the joke we're dealing with. Do you see the so-called Christian with their clothes? Do you see the so-called Israeli with their cults that they refer as Judea? Do you see the joke we're dealing with right now? In the media, channels here and there, so-called Hindus supporting, they don't understand Hinduism itself. This is this new rubbish that relate to the messengers of God in Hindustan. The law of universe, the supreme God, and they come with this rubbish. And they support the occupiers. Do you see the dirt we're dealing with? It's just provocative how they look into Ibrahim. He's the father of faith. Noah is the father of the faith. Why not? But Abraham, the father of a heavenly religion. There is only one heavenly religion. Some people say because it comes from God and God renew one path. Abrahamic path is one Abrahamic faith. Rubbish. It's not. I understand that I'm considered nothing, and I agree. If you want to call me nothing, I don't mind. I don't mind. So I have a lot of issues, yani. But it's I'm alone, and I don't advise anyone to go into what I have. Some people would say, why you're saying this? Why you're saying this? I'm saying the truth. And how did you, for example, in case if someone said this? No one like you, because this is a structure of devil. The United States of America is not just an army. Britain is not just armies and human beings walking and a woman called... No, there is an unbelievable dimensional world connected to this. This world have... I'm not going to mention strange things to you. Saudi Arabia. The Quran of King Abdulaziz and the structure that was built with so many men, even if you can consider some women, who've built something. If someone is going to... This is the role of the Messiah. When the Messiah come, it's like mountain. Yansifuha Allah. Now this is in dunya, also at the judgment day. Deleted all dimension. And the Antichrist who is persisting this international anti-Christian word as God. See Ali Khomeini, Ali Khamenei. This person will come after... I shouldn't mention that Chacham and this Chacham, that queen and that king. This not a bloodline. This, regardless of tribulation and thing, he will be persisting all this dark satanic dimension, and he will be granted the name gods by so many. Now, when the Messiah comes, this will be all melt, destroyed. See, they don't understand faith. How can I say this? Oh, trust me, this path, there is an attempt of assassination. I understand this is crazy. To me, oh yeah, a lot. To kill me from this dimension. But with time, I become more powerful. It's not a material. I become more powerful. They attack, I can answer. I look at King Abdulaziz, for example, and I see things. Look at, for example, Hinzer. It depends on their power. It depends how, if they used to live as killers and they died, and the Korean took a... Now this is not the source. But it's mentioned, Muhammad it's mentioned how he made the messengers. There is a lot of course, messing around. But it's mentioned how Ibrahim is involved with the messengers. What the joke is? I'm not talking about messenger. I'm talking about, for example, Prince with Abdulaziz, Akhwan with Abdulaziz who start working. All of you speak King Abdulaziz. All of these screens. It's me only, but I just eliminated so many among them, and I'm not going very close to them. In England, for example, even the Human Rights Watch, by the way, but I don't want to touch that. The Human Rights Watch is considered unbelievably un-Muslim. There is people who really felt that humanity should be equal. Yes, there is some attraction here and there, the interest of the big powers who died, and they are part of this power. When two governments fight, like in World War II, you got Nazi Germany, which have something to do with a historical thing to do with Germany. Things to do with those people, those men who died angry with their loss. Those people who have the blood of Germany. And the so-called Zionist interference. The world border interference. Look at the father of Bush Jr. and the relation economically and things. That guy, Stephen Wise. No, he's nothing wise in that. He said Palestinian Arab is not good for England like a Jewish Palestine. All these it's a structure. I'm not talking about human. They themselves are dead. All their Qareen, all their dark left or whatever is touching things. This is how people even believe. That's why Islam is liberation. Submission to God is liberation. You are liberated from all of this. I understand that this word is not an easy word. So yeah, from time to time, until if I killed or eliminated or deleted all these. Let's give you an example. In America, there is, I'm talking about tens of thousands of Korean, most men, majority, who died, and they are economy, army, military, business, intelligence, CIA, FBI, nation, since the Civil War, since the war against Britain, since that time, and there is some who come and you eliminate him, you destroy him. Yeah, there is a dimension, because they see an enemy. Shut up, fuck off, you go away, I want my right. They have something to do with what's happening in this man. It's only me, the so-called Shiite as well. Yeah. When I say only me, I will have also a base. Oh, there will be a Korean. Oh yeah, and this Korean also can do a lot of things. I'm still alive. Oh yeah, they will do a lot of shit to you. It depends how powerful, equal, how God is going to allow it or not. The case of Unjuster, the so-called Shiite, there is a lot with Ali Khomeini, the Bride of Virgin, all Taghotic, the flag and things like that. Those who want to occupy Baluchistan, those, since the empire of Persia, men died. They are Rome, even before the Messiah, you can find it in America. The Koreans, they are there. Yeah, now this is high, last levels. So this is, if two governments fight, all of this power in the dimension fight as well. It's not only me having a gun and fighting. That's why King Abdulaziz felt it. Abdulaziz bin Rashid said, they don't understand. Abdulaziz bin Saud is, I can give you more other examples, like Churchill, World War I, World War II, but I'm going to talk about myself. When Abdulaziz said to Ibn Rashid, how come the dead fight with the living? Something like this. Because Abdulaziz ibn Rashid said, hey, no need for any wars between the two armies. Oh, my army is very small. Me and you, Abdulaziz, face to face. You have a sword and I have a sword. Come on, let's do it. Abdulaziz said, I'm seeing the dead. He feel it. He can sense it. Now he's an establisher. He can feel it. I'm feeling things right now. I'm part of this world. Oh yeah. But not on the dark side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. I'm a fucking huge giant in the space. So I'm feeling happy. It's different. No one is near me. No one. Well, there is some, like, connected to me. The Ishmaelian, the real Israelis. By them, I can see that these are Goyams. Even without the faith. They are the enemy of the real Israelis. The love of the family of Muhammad, not by the family themselves. Things behind it. The respect. Things since the time. The Iqar, the war against the Virgin. I can see this. I see the Qareen. Now they are not revolved in me because they are distributed. Understand? best choice to be a king, me. Ignore this, ignore this. The best choice, an emperor. An emperor. Khalifa, no, I don't know. Didn't. Because all of this, Tariq. Me. But now, no, nothing. Zero. Even my imaginary friend, they're imaginary. Through this, you look at the hadith, you look at the explanation of Quran, that the God will decide. That's why, before when I used to be attacked, I used to lose controls and power. That's why I used to keep away from the cities. Away from the city. For this particular reason, until I managed to have this capability in the spiritual world. But still, I'm weak. I'm a human being, yani. I'm weak, even if I could do this or this. Yeah. They might any time kill me. Or dead. That's God's choice. استمعت الإنس والجان يضرك على شيء وكتب الله ما ضرك وإن كانوا لينفعوك ما نفعوك لو لم يكتبه الله. This is confirmed hadith. So when you understand this, you look at the so-called Israeli state and you understand that this is a fucking filthy rubbish. You look at the so-called Iran country and you see these Pbuhs, they are exhausted. And Ahwaz as well, Kurdistan. And this history always, I'm not going to use the term repeat itself. They used the history Tadafa. This is part of the Tadafa. Now Tadafa also needs additional explanation. Forget about this. No, see a lot. Dafa is dafa. The dafa means is when the Palestinians are right now standing and they want to push the so-called Israel. If there is none, they feel it. The Palestinians feel it, and this is a legitimate feeling. They look at the Jews. They feel something pushing them, even if they are atheist, even if they are so-called Christian. Some of them feel that this is an occupation, even if they feel it. Now, this is part of the tadafa as well. It needs a lot of explanation. If there is no tadafa like this, and Satan is working everything he do by his slaves 100%, taking, stealing, making worship, the earth will be corrupted. There will be no resistance whatsoever. Understand it? The world of music. If you want to fight the world of music, lottery, if you are really, there will be some sort of attacks to you. Do you see, may Allah, I'm not going to mention it. Alhamdulillah, my imaginary friend is good. It's good to have a imaginary friend. The problem is that they did not help there. They didn't help. They made a sister model of him to me. My brother lost his dick. In the finance, I'm fucked. Assault on a weekly, monthly, yearly, decade basis. So I'm exhausted. See, to a certain level, alhamdulillah, I'm powerful. Someone like me should have them. I'm sorry to say this. I'm not. Should live a normal life. The files of the environment and the atmosphere there in the Middle East will be there, and we study things and we talk. But we're dealing with agents, dickhead agents. The song is angels, kick-ass angels. They are dickhead agents. So when you see all of this, Eastern Christianity, even regardless of the Islam, I understand you might say that there is contradiction in what I'm saying. No, there isn't. Russia, Putin, oh God, Putin. Don't you ever think that the man is not to even Romanov time, and before Romanov, even before. So Ibrahim, peace be upon him, these people would, and some of them know, they don't understand. He have a problem with the Yehudi and Islam, which is, this is not even Yehudi. It's Hanafi Islam, before Israel and after the Messiah. Why these people are massacring? There must be a Messiah. The Torah explained, there must be. There is corruption until now. There must be a Messiah, and they insist he's not the Messiah. Okay, Allah have sent Muhammad so that people who are ignorant and saying the so-called Christian eating pork, cross, no circumcision for males, and all sorts of rubbish in the house of worship. Allah sent Muhammad. The Israelis have accepted. And still, those Goyim do not want to accept. And they worked through centuries to destroy the legitimate stability in Holy Land. In the so-called Christian. Do you see the filth? So-called into so-called Buddhists. The so-called Buddhists. You know what? I'm not gonna even start talking about Africa. Even Africa with the tribes and things. Oh yeah. Oh yes. That's why you see a lot of civil war. Africa is considered an ancient continent. And they didn't go to other steps. And there is some sort of curse came to them after the pharaohs. I'm not saying this doesn't mean that this guy is bad or good. We're all civil wars and problem and different nation, and there is a dimension, and there is a lot of Wathanis. They have the head of Pbuh. This is the best head skull for any creature to use in this black magic. Terrible. Keep away from this world. Don't go deeper. Keep away. Allah wanted to seek the glory, humanity. That's why the West, this is a successful result. When we study how secularism, humanitarian freedom, it is, I mean, even between themselves, you have the right to be proud that you are part of this nation. But you didn't create the greatness. Because I see these thousands, tens of thousands of, there is women, men as well, majority men, who created this. Human rights, freedom of speech, democracy, secularism, liberalism, putting away the faith. So many lost their blood. They were killed and tortured. Unbelievable. You can see them. These people will fight me. So, yeah, you even if you don't feel them. The only thing that can protect you from this is your belief in God. Because if it's, I mean, the Khilafah mainly shouldn't. Islamic Khilafah absolutely 100% shouldn't have any sort of men standing. Zero. It should have some, for example, knowledge, the men who, since the Roman or the Greek or the Indian, who had the knowledge. But these men are giver. You don't fight them. Except those who fight knowledge. These who fight knowledge die in a different, terrible death. You will find them with the scholar of Islam. You will find them. You read their book. If you have this spiritual, you will understand that this is unbelievable what happened in Baghdad, Damascus, Andalusia. These scholars, they are with the knowledge. But it's not a war, a wave of war. So many of these Magulis accepted Islam because there is some sort of a curse occurred to them when they took the books and burned it and literally, if you feel it, God. They took the books of knowledge and this, then they do not see. They do not see. They do not see. And they didn't feel relaxed, happy, not except by accepting Islam. They accepted Islam in huge number. Islam is a relief for them. Yes, it is a relief, which is the white path of God. But no, they felt happy because it is the only way to protect yourself from the dirt that your nation has something to do with creating the Middle East. I don't know it's expressed. When you see all of this, you understand that Ibrahim, peace be upon him, with recognizing Quran and the Hadith of the final messenger, the final renew, you will understand that these people are unbelievably in the dark side. Oh yeah. And you can understand how Ibrahim, peace be upon him, hates them. You can see how the family of Muhammad, if they are there, they will wage war. Hussein himself, peace be upon him, he will wage war against these so-called Shiite. They won't believe. They won't. Because, they won't. You can see the thousands, not tens, thousands of so-called history returning back to the so-called Hindus, the so-called Buddhists, the Majusi, those so they are standing. Got nothing to do with the family of Muhammad. The faith, the political system in Persia, Marji'iyat, they call it. They don't like this. لا تطرح واسجد واقترب. They just know no one. The so-called Christian, is he gonna accept this? Someone who's so-called Israeli calling himself Jew, is he? That he's worshipping the wild beast? He thinks this is blessings. This is the work of the devil. A so-called Hindus, is he gonna accept what I am saying and say, is he gonna accept what I am saying and say, oh yeah, Supreme God, yeah? Or a Chink, for example, in China, atheist or communist stealing the Eastern Turkestan. Could they understand that the ancient God of China is Allah, is the God of the beginning and the end? Would they? No, they won't. Even when it's come to the basic thing, al-aqidah, submission, they won't. That's how they create a personal issue. These so-called Israelis want Taima. Taima is in the northwest side of the Ismaili Arabian Peninsula. They say that they say because there was a Jewish community there. It's not your business. I go and look, not the facts and the history and who are they and their bloodline. No. And the book from God. And no. All this is making me feel confirmed that everything is and it's bad because I don't say everything. No, you look at the other things in the dimension. You just fuck off and back. And you understand that these Israelis, if they are back, Taima, Khaybar, they will execute anyone who would say, we want Taima. Those people who come and lie and say, Sinai is not the Sinai in Egypt. It was Pbuh, Neon project. You see the fuck? You see? This explains Saudi Arabia, explains Gulf states, explains Sykes-Picot, explains the so-called Israeli state. You understand me? The so-called Shiite. You look at the so-called Shiite and you find these hundreds of unjust creators, racists. You find them in Qatif. You find them. They are related. They hide themselves. You find them. I don't advise anyone to go to this. You feel it. Throwing the stones in Bahrain and saying Al-Khalifa, down with Al-Khalifa. You understand that this does not belong to the Arabian Peninsula. God, it do not belong. And you go, this is not the DNA, this is not their accent, this is not their culture, this is not their names, and this is not the history of their fathers. No. And this is not about the faith, it's not nothing. It's other dimension, we explain to you. This is weak in comparison to America. So you need also a dimensional system to fuck the other dimensional system. I'm not saying you need to make, you should have. You should have this belief. And then and then prepare yourself. But don't you ever think that there is ترونهم لا ترونهم الله لا تعلمونهم الله يعلمون. There is things with them. God knows them, Allah, but you don't know about them. And you should keep away from understanding dimension. Even them, they are not allowed to say everything. They see some signs of the devil. In the Quran, Allah saying, من دونهم, pushing them, يؤذونهم as Allah knows. You need to liberate yourself and absolute submission with the knees. Not an extreme one. And there is also explanation about that. This man, Muhammad peace be upon him, is not a joke. You have a problem with Islam. You have a problem with the way of Muslims. You have a problem with some character of me, for example. The way he's this is a different state. Rubbish. Muslim, most of them are rubbish. A, B, C, this is the reason. But you don't insult this book. If you insult it, you're not harming me or harming Muslim. You're harming yourself in an absolutely creep way. We don't know Islam because we believe that Islam is part of history. We respect Muhammad. We respect him. If he's here, we'll show him the absolute respect. But no, we are a result of things happen, secularism and things. Yeah. When we choose here as... Of course, when you choose what is good for the West, well, I would respect it. And I would respect what you choose for the West. Good, yeah. A to Z. Good job. Yes, all of it. Women, equality, economy, secularism, liberalism, education. Good job. Fine. Just fuck off. Don't cause issues there. Don't fuck me there and then fuck everyone. I didn't talk about... Do I need to talk about India, China, Russia? Interference and racism there against any Muslim. Well, he's trying Putin a little bit with Ukraine. Do I need to talk about Africa? Or other parts of the world? No. Tens of thousands. It's not a joke. Big, huge, fucking big structure. That's it. And the president in the dark house is just a puppet. Puppet to this... See, do you understand me? I just want my zone, my space. Now, you don't say in yourself. What? Do you see? You see my salt? Do you want to start helping? Do you see it? Huh? Do you see it, huh? Do you see it? Do you see who am I? This is not a sword. A sword. I don't know what it is in English. Just couldn't sleep and I'm uploading this video. What do you think? Should I put this video? I used to do it before. Too early. Couldn't sleep, so I'm uploading video. Do you think I should put this video? Did you understand anything? Did you understand anything? I'm gonna... My best videos, or please check this video from my best videos another channel list, or please check my other videos and other channels. Well, my best, or maybe I can put it in the main channel and risk having a new strike. Tell me what's better for me. Huh? Come again? I didn't hear you. Me? So I want this, as I said, I want my space, you human. My space, my zone. Leave me. Like a star. And big, huge, big star. I want my star, not the star, famous. It's the same, but I mean, even the no. You don't say your space is in your cell, in a cell better. No, fuck off. I'm sorry to use the term. Yeah. Your place is in a mental hospital. No, you shut up. No. You don't interfere. Okay. I have some other point to add about Ibrahim, peace be upon him. But it's a little bit hush. And when I say it, I need to give more explanation. I become a little bit, not the word angry, I don't know. Ibrahim, peace be upon him, Judea and the so-called Hindus and real Hinduism and things to do with specific group of people in mean of race and this in the dimension, this 1,000 or 100 or whatever of these Qareens who are supporting by us a cult or a faith or shit or a political system or a regime. You're exposed. I'm gonna give you my signature. No, do you guys? Do you understand what I mean? I'm tired, but I'm saying the truth. Yes, I'm tired, but I'm saying the truth. This is the point. I'm saying the truth, but I'm still tired. I don't know. Should I say it? I don't want to risk deleting a video. Yeah, I don't want to delete it. خلاص, that's enough. Thank you. Yep.